All right, Stormy, welcome to Fisher Day 1. How you feeling today?
Good.
Cool. Okay, awesome. Well, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and get started with our first session. So, as you take a look at the screen, we're going to start with the setup, and we're going to focus on the order, what it means, what it entails, to therefore you can be successful as a coach. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so icebreaker, if someone were to make a movie about your life, who would you hope would play you?
Say Brooke Shields because of the eyebrows.
Because the eyebrows. Awesome, okay. Awesome, thank you, Storm, for saying that. For me, I would say probably Will Smith, but not sloppy people. So, got you. All right, so that's just a little introduction. All right, let's go ahead into our agenda. So we're going to talk about what is the order framework. We're also going to throw in a couple of activities, and then we're going to wrap it up on some takeaways, also some closing remarks, any questions you have, and also some aha moments. All right, let's go ahead and dive into it. Learning objectives, you're going to be able to recall and describe the steps that involves providing an effective floor set. All right, now before we get started, I just want to kind of just share a member's experience. I had the pleasure on being with Misty's first class, and she shared her goals was to lose weight, not a particular time frame, and her current fitness was biking 2 to 3 times out the week. So she had the cardio aspect, but what was missing was the resistance training. And going back to what Ellen describes as the multivitamin of Orange Theory, the key component that she was missing was adding that resistance training piece. So this is Missy on day 1 to the left. On the right, 8 months later, this is Missy losing at around 50 pounds. So when she shared that with Coach Adam was like, okay, let's get a photo, let's celebrate by holding up a 50-pound dumbbell. First, she was hesitant because she didn't know she can lift it up, and Adam encouraged her that, hey, you were carrying 50, now you're able to lift up 50. So that's where you have that image. So, and this goes into just what we do here at Orange Theory Fitness. So a little story that I want to share. All right, let's go to the why. The key thing about the 5 steps, or when it comes to the order, it sets you up as a coach to also set up the members for success. So it gives the guys support that you need and the members need when it entails to the floor block. Also, it allows you to be efficient with the time. With the time frame for the floor setup, it can be anywhere from 1 up to 3 minutes, depending on the template for today. So by following the 5 steps, you're able to be efficient and set up members for success. All right. Now, before we get into the order, let's go ahead and do a quick activity. So on the board is list the 5 steps. We did some pre-learning already, so go ahead and list the order. But here's the catch. You have about 45 seconds to write it down. All right, you ready for this, Stormy?
All right.
All right, here we go. Let's set you up, and let's go ahead and start the time and begin. So you got step number 1. Go ahead, right into it. Step number 2. Great. Step number 3, we still doing good on time. There we go. All right, step number 4. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're getting there. All right, got 10 seconds left, and the final 5th one. There we go. All right. Awesome. How you feeling? Good?
Good.
All right, let's talk about it. All right, awesome. So let's do a quick check. All right, so you got a list of 5 steps. Go ahead and break it down. So go ahead. So you got overview is the 1.
Yeah. Then
Number 2.
Rep and rec.
Okay. Number 3.
Demo.
Got you. Number 4.
Encouraging and interaction.
Okay. And 5.
Ready, set, go.
That's the 5 steps. All right. So as you look at the screen, let's go ahead and break everything down. All right. So the 5 steps, the overview, the why, and the purpose is you want to be able to identify the block and break it down, the overall overview for the members. So key things you want to highlight is the number of the floor blocks, the duration of the block, the training concept and or the modifiers, and the most important item is the go. So that's the overall view. Next is the R. So what is the recommendation, the reps, and the recommendations? So you want to make sure that you press play on the VBA. You want to make sure you review the pattern and the individual reps, or depending on the template for the day, for each exercise, and provide a weight recommendation. That can be either one of the exercises or multiple exercises, but you're able to identify the reps and the recommendation. All right, moving along. When it comes to the demo, two components. One, you have the full demo, you have the partial demo, and the acknowledgement. So when it goes into the demo, full demo, there are about 5 steps of the full demo when you do decide which exercise you want to choose. And this will pertain to your member base and depending on the exercises that you would choose the demo. So you have the name of the movement, you got the start, you want to go ahead and go through that range of motion with the move, finish, and then the return. Now going back to the full demo, partial demo, and acknowledgement. The full demo, this is where you're doing the one demo, you at least do a minimum one of the actual weight or modality that you're using. Then the partial one, this is where you may do a partial demo without the weight or the modality. And then the acknowledgement. And an acknowledgement is a key thing, is that when you do the overview, when you're going through the demo, you're going to acknowledge all the exercises. And then the other key element is going to be able to acknowledge the exercises that you just wanted to kind of just highlight and acknowledge. So, great. Now, going to the E, encourage interaction. Ask nonverbal, gesture, or verbal response to confirm their understanding. This is where you're interacting and engaging with the way forward. So, and get that interaction. And then final, which you got correct, is the ready, set, go. You have to cue them to start. And that's it, yeah. All right, you ready for the next game? All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna play a game called Cahoots. All right, so set up order, coach on the floor blocks. You ready, so here we go. Let's go to the next. All right, here's the quiz. Highlighting the purpose of the upcoming block. Which one could it be? Okay, awesome. Ready for the next question?
I'm ready.
All right, that's your score. There we go. Doing good? Testing the knowledge. All right, next question. Here we go. Light, medium, heavy dumbbells follows under which step? Okay, we're all along. There we go. Talk through the full execution of the exercises. So going through that full range. There we go, okay. So far 100%, we're doing good. Ask for a thumbs up or a head nod to confirm they understand what you said. All right, we're doing good, all right. Go ahead and grab your weights and get started. Awesome. Start, there you go. Awesome job, yes. Way to get after it. All right, let's go ahead into our final wrap-up phase. All right, so just wrapping everything up is the takeaways is you want to give members the information they need in order to be successful, along with delivers the information in a concise and timely manner. So that's the whole purpose, takeaways for you for the order. We implement the 5 steps. All right, let's go ahead and questions, aha moments, and closing remarks.
I have a question. So for the 4th step, for that encourage interaction, what if no one does anything and it's just everyone stares at me blankly? Like, how do I handle situations like that?
Good question. So you gotta know your member base. I would say you can start off something where you can identify, ascertain how many number of rounds, how many reps are we doing, to kind of get those initial cues. And then from there, you can also highlight maybe one person on the floor and they can answer the question for the group. So that's one way to kind of get the interaction. Also, you have the rehearsal technique as well. So you can have everyone kind of rehearse the technique of that particular moment to kind of get that interaction if they are not comfortable giving those verbal cues.
Okay. I really like how it breaks everything down to a clear way, so it's not overcomplicating something for the members.
Great, awesome. So, other than that, thank you for tuning in and training. All right, let's go ahead and take a break now. On to the next.